David Menzies for the Rebel.media here in downtown Toronto outside the City News Studios, which will be hosting the first leadership debate. Well, not all leaders will be here. Justin Trudeau, for whatever reason, has decided to take a pass on this event. And of course, Maxime Bernier has not been invited. He is leader non grata, but that didn't stop a bunch of his supporters from showing up. They want the debate gatekeepers to let Max speak, as their signs say. So let's go over and find out what they have to say about this slight. And man, what brings you out here? You're a PPC supporter, obviously. Why won't they let Max speak?
Well, I'm a candidate actually for the Toronto Danforth area, and I think they just I came from Africa. My family came here as refugees, and so I'm a very big supporter of the PPC. I believe they have the right policy for the immigration. So the immigration is a big issue for me in the way it's being done. No one I know believes it's being done well. That's in a sustainable way. So I'm a very pro-immigration supporter. And so I wouldn't have joined the party or be running as a candidate if I didn't believe in the party's policies to do the right thing for immigrants, for the people, the citizens, and also for refugees. So
you raise good points, and even if the immigration policy or any other policy of the People's Party were completely negative to the other parties, well, so what? Isn't that what debate's all about? You challenge others on their opinions and you have a debate, and you don't exclude people, surely.
And I think that's the biggest issue for me. The last country I was in, I lived in many different countries before I came here, and the last country I was in was Zimbabwe. And in Zimbabwe, the people were silenced, and the government owned the media. So I feel like that's what's happening here. We're not allowed to speak. And I believe that we need to talk about the most difficult issues, because we can't solve problems that we can't talk about. We can't silence people. If they're the most difficult one, especially the difficult ones, are the ones that we should be having.
David, I'm the PPC candidate for Don Valley North. I am.
And why, I guess the question is, why won't they let Max speak?
They're afraid to let Max speak. Max Bernier could tie knots around every other candidate in both official languages.
You know, that's very interesting. So it's not a matter of they disagree with the party platform. They're just afraid of being made look bad given Mr. Bernier's debating skills.
Absolutely. Max Bernier is not afraid to discuss the issues that people in my riding of Don Valley North are struggling with. The other leaders are afraid to speak what the average Canadian wants to hear.
And sir, I couldn't help but notice you got a Make Canada Great Again cap.
Yes, I do.
We own the trademark on that, by the way.
Yeah, I know you guys do.
So well done. Anyway, sir, I guess the question of the night is, why won't they let Max speak?
It's pretty simple. It's because they're scared of him. Maxime Bernier has the only platform that's different from any of the other candidates. You know, he wants to leave the UN, he wants to cut immigration, and they're scared that his ideas are going to catch on because his ideas are exactly what the Canadian people want.
So who does the blame go to here? Is it the organizers of the debate, or is it the other party leaders that want Max kept out?
I think it's a bit of both. You know, I think the other candidates kind of have an obligation to stand up for democracy, and the other people that are running against them, they should want Max to be in their debate. They should want him to speak. If they can beat him in a debate, good for him or good for them. But I don't think that they will. You know,
I'm a candidate for Willowdale, and I'm here tonight because it's a shame that people will not allow Maxime Bernier to even discuss the issues. It's a blight on democracy, and I think everybody, even the other parties, should be concerned about that.
Why do you think they won't let Max participate in these debates, sir?
Well, I think it's because they're afraid of what he has to say. They don't really have a rebuttal for some of the issues he raises. So I think they're fearful.
But isn't that the very essence of a debate? You have a contrarian viewpoint to the people you're debating. So you engage in an argument, you don't, shut that person out.
Of course it is, and that's what Canadians deserve, but that's not what they're getting. The rules were changed specifically to let Max not be included in the debate. So, we have to change that. We need Canadians to stand up and, talk to people and, write into their MPs and let their voices be heard. We have to hear these arguments. These are free market, putting responsibility back into people, putting faith into people. That's the arguments that we're putting forward here. And he has to have that form, and he has to let Canadians know that there's another side to this coin.
Hey, Mr. Lesser, I heard you might want to come on camera. You're running against Mr. Morneau then, eh?
I am, yes. I'm the candidate for Toronto Centre.
There's a big, counter-protest here trying to get Mr. Bernier as part of the debate roster. What are your feelings on that, sir?
We're here with the Conservative Party of Canada representing Toronto Centre. We've attracted people from the Liberal Party, from the Green Party, from the NDP Party. They've joined us as donors, they've joined us as volunteers, and they're part of the campaign team. So we're here to cheer on Andrew Scheer tonight, and we're excited to see that he's here, he's inside, and he'll be debating.
What are you hearing when you go door knocking in your riding, sir?
We're hearing that people feel like they were sold a bill last election, and that they've been lied to and have been deceived, and they can't return what they bought until October 21st. People tell me that they voted for the Liberal Party and they will not be voting for the Liberal Party this time.
And sir, you are the candidate for Don Valley, is that correct? Don Valley West. Sir, your comrades here are chanting, "Let Max speak." Why won't they let Max speak?
Canada doesn't want proper discussion and a proper democracy. He's been absolutely excluded. He's been excluded. We're still waiting on the news on Monday to see if he's in the national televised debates. This is a disgrace. And the sitting Prime Minister won't even show up to defend his ridiculous record over the last 4 years.
Yeah.
It's insane.
What's the deal with that? Why do you think Justin Trudeau has decided to decline participating in this debate?
Well, if I were sitting in his seat, I would not even want to contemplate trying to defend his record either. So I'm not surprised, but that's the state that Canada is in now.
Hey folks, if you like that video, please press like and subscribe and never miss another Rebel video.